Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Unico Williams back with another episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams special, the Diddy trial. That's right, you keep it locked and loaded right here. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I am on YouTube, UNIQO Williams. I'm on Twitch if you see me on Twitch right now. I'm all the above. Catch, follow me on everything. Make sure you like and subscribe. But what I am here to do, I listen to the trial every day and I go back and read the transcripts for y'all. I'm the judge. I'm Diddy's lawyer. I'm the feds. And also, I am the witnesses that step on this. So I'm going to read them, act them out the best way that I can. I listen to this all day and try and give it to you in 30 minutes. So 11 hours of everything going on. I got you in 30 minutes. Here's your recap. So, uh, let's get started. Big day today. We got an assistant for Diddy that was an assistant for a very, very, very long time. So let's just say she's very much in the know of things, if that makes sense. So let's get to it. I see you burned the midnight oil over the weekend. What about the DNA questions? Feds. Investigator Jimenez's knowledge of his is extremely limited. But didn't he ask the serologist if any DNA test was done? But not the results. Yes, there was a partial profile from the glass bottle in the car, but investigator Jimenez does not know what that means. But there, you don't object to the report coming in, only what Mr. Agni Philo will ask. We do object to the report coming in. He got the results back. If the DNA came back with Sean Combs' DNA, this investigation would have gone in a different direction, but it was consistent with the female contributor. That's Diddy's lawyer. So it's not whether the result was accurate, only the impact. I'm going to overrule the objection, but I'll hear you at sidebar after the direct. This DNA issue can mislead the jury. We can prove this up through the serologist. This is fair game for the witness. For now, the objection is overruled. What about the summary charts? When are they being offered? Some early next week, others along with our second to last witness before we rest our case. Bringing in bank and phone records and text is okay, but some text threads are already in. The summary charts will save time as they did in the ex-Senator Bob Menendez case. There's a book on that. Gold Bar Bob Menendez is guilty. This leaves us with the objection to Dr. Hughes. Is the U.S. going to respond? Yes. Submit your response by tomorrow. So Diddy's attorney he filed to exclude Dr. Hughes' testimony as a Rorschach inkblot. That's like the guy from what's that called? Minutemen? I forgot what it's called. The prosecutors could use. So now, as to Mr. Muscatti's testimony, which seemed like an opinion, how is it admissible given the requirements of Rule 701? We like to look at the cases submitted by the defendant, then put it in a letter. Okay, bring in a jury. The jury comes in. The feds are up, questioning Capricorn Clark. Capricorn Clark is Diddy's longtime assistant, if you did not know that already. Welcome back. Call your next witness. The government calls Capricorn Clark. Where'd you grow up? Born in San Francisco, moved to LA, worked for Def Jam, then Death Row Records, a late 90s gangster rap label. What was your relation to Suge Knight? He is the father of my friend's child. Then you work for Sean Combs? Yes, he is over there in a blue sweater. I worked for him from 2004 to 2012. We know the Cassie thing started in like 2007, 2009, something like that. But yeah, we know she was there, right? Were you kidnapped? Yes. I guess I guess they just went right into it. Then they just move it forward. When did you first meet Mr. Combs? When I moved to NYC in 2002, we were super platonic friends. A headhunter said I should work for him as a personal assistant. I did until 2006. Your duties: shadow him from wake up. So shadow him from wake up was like basically be there with him. He brushing his teeth, just kind of be out there, wait for him to give you a command or whatever. That's what shadowing means. Then what? And I was the head of women's for Sean John. How long? A year. Then global brand director for Sean Combs. Name and likeness, due diligence to grow the brand. Then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassandra Ventura. Did you work in this building? So it's a photo of the Bad Boys Records office. Yes, we moved there in 2005. Your first day, where did Mr. Combs take you? Central Park, after dark, along with Uncle Paulie. He looked like a linebacker. Does this photo look like him? No, he doesn't have on the blackout shades he wore all the time. What did Mr. Combs tell you in the park? That since I worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill me. Objection! Overruled. Proceed. Judge said, let her cook. So that's what she's gonna do. How did you take it? Seriously. It had gravitas. Gravitas means it has some weight to it. How did you react? I said, I didn't have anything to do with that stuff. Objection. Sustained. Miss Steiner, what was Paulie's role? All aspects of Mr. Combs' movements to keep him safe. There was also D Rock, Roger Bonds, and Ruben. Who's D Rock? A good friend of Biggie Smalls, running back type body. Did you ever observe Mr. Combs with a gun? Yes, in my home. And did he talk about it? Yes. Mr. Combs told Mr. Chris Lighty he had a gun. He had a problem with 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. So he had a problem with 50. So, and he's carrying around a gun. So, anyway, moving on. Were you ever accused of stealing? Yes, jewelry. It had been given to me. It was on a loan. It went missing? Yes. What did you do? From Teterboro, I called 1440 and told them to lock it down. So that was the office. What did Uncle Polly do? He questioned me for 3 hours. You went home? To Queens, yes, with Uncle Polly. He searched my house. Where did Uncle Polly take you? 1710 Broadway. It was dilapidated. It was being fixed up, but I didn't know that. Uncle Polly took me to the 6th floor. The door was locked behind us. There was a 6-foot folding table and a heavy set man. Can you describe him? So he took him up to the 6th floor of some dilapidated building, some dilapidated part of the building, and got her sitting in front of a table and a heavy set man. So, can you describe him? 5 of me, 2 linebackers. He was chain smoking. He was smoking squares back to back to back out there. Did Uncle Polly stay? No. Intermittently, he came back. What did the heavy set man say? I was there to take a lie detector test. What did he say would happen if you failed the lie detector test? That I would be thrown, that he would throw me in the East River. Man, what? What kind of gangster stuff Diddy got going on? That they would, the lie detector test guy chain smoking talking about that he would throw me in the East River. Objection. Can we have a sidebar? They have a sidebar. So I'm guessing they're like, man, stop trying to make this dude out to be the criminal that he is. We don't like that shit. That's what's probably going on in this sidebar. So now we're back. Miss Steiner, you may proceed. What was his demeanor? Very serious. I was terrified. Did you want to be taking the test? No, I was afraid. How was the test? Wires on you and they question you. Did I steal? Did he tell you the results? He said to calm down, that he couldn't get a good reading and he might have to throw me in the East River. What the fuck? I can't get a good reading, so I'm gonna just throw you in the river anyway. Anyone else in the building? Not to my knowledge. Could you leave? No. Paulie said no. What did Paul say at the end? That he'd come back the next day to figure this out? We started again. Another lie detector test in the same location all day. Were you free to leave? This is kidnapping. This is kidnapping. That's now we talking RICO stuff, man. I've been telling y'all the RICO is coming. Hiring people to do your bullshit for you. This is a crime. You can't do this. In this situation, if you think somebody's stealing from you, ask them, did they steal? If you think they are, you fire them. You do not get to take them and put them on a lie detector test. You can say, take this lie detector test or you're fired. You don't forcibly make them go take a lie detector test. So that's RICO's, man. Think about your job doing that. That you got to offer me my job or take the lie detector test. Shit, fuck it. Got my job. Take my job, man. Were you free to leave? No. How long did this go on? 5 days. 5 days, bruh. Had her taken away and sitting in a dilapidated building on some fairy tale gangster shit Diddy is on. Did you tell anyone you were there? Or tell anyone where you were? No, I was just trying to survive it. I worked under an NDA. Objection. Sustained. Jury should disregard the last answers. They heard it though. They heard it. I'm not disregarding shit. Says jury should disregard. It's a suggestion. Man, she working under NDA, so she probably scared to death. Like, if man, Diddy kidnapped me for 5 days. I couldn't say nothing about it. And if I do, I'm just gonna die. They talking about throwing me in a river. Come on, man. Stop the shit, man. Rico. So Rico. What would you have been doing? Shadowing Mr. Combs, doing my job. I threw that in there. What happened after 5 days? That I could return to work, that Mr. Combs would see me the next week. Did Mr. Combs ever discuss it with you about the fact that you were gone for 5 fucking days and you couldn't tell anybody where you were and some dude's chain smoking around you, making you take a lie detector test, trying to intimidate you, talking about they're gonna throw you in a river? Why did you, and Diddy didn't even discuss it with her. Why did you continue to work with Mr. Combs? If I left, they think I stole. So she stayed thinking that they was gonna come back for her at some point. Why did you continue to work with Mr. Combs? If I left, they think I stole. What were your days like? From his townhouse at 74th Street in Park in the morning to Daddy's house studio at night. How much sleep did you get? On a good day, 4 hours. On a bad day, 2. I got a stress condition. I was paid $55K. Did you get paid overtime? No. I spoke to the head of HR. She said I was owed $80,000. How did Mr. Combs respond? He ripped up the paper. Come on, Diddy. Wow. Will Mr. Combs stay at hotels? Yes. With whom? Kim Porter, once a week. What names would he book the room under? Frank Black, Frank White. And the girlfriends? Jackie Starr. Where did he stay? Intercontinental Buckhead in Atlanta, Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. What were in his bags? A camera, small bottles of baby oil, and lube, cameras, every time. What would you be doing? Watching TV, ordering room service, keeping up on sleep. Afterward, I sweep the room for anything left behind. Any damage? Baby oil. How frequently would Mr. Combs stay in a hotel with Cassandra Ventura in 2008? Like once a week at El Hermitage, the London Intercontinental for several days with the IV drips. Did he speak to you about his relationship with Mr. Ventura? Or with Miss Ventura? Sorry, Cassie. Shout out to her. I think she's going into labor. Um, yes, Miss London was there. Chef Jordan in the other room. He called Cassie over, asked her to walk there, hand me that, and go back in the other room. She did it. What did he say? You bitches won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. Damn, Diddy. That's how, man, Diddy's insane, man. Socio psychopath, brother. What did you say? You motherfucking right. She said, you right. You damn right. That's why I ain't gonna, man. I ain't about to do that shit you got that girl doing. Did you observe Mr. Combs obtain drugs? A girlfriend a girlfriend in New York, in LA, from one stop, Molly, ecstasy, delivered to Puff or to me. Did he ask you to get drugs for him? Yes, ecstasy. Ecstasy is against the law. That's a crime, and he has somebody that's working for him commit crimes. Rico. And in the south of France, he asked me to get cocaine. I said, for who? He asked me to get cocaine. I said, for who? Why? I wasn't going to do it, given how my mother died. Objection, sidebar. Man, she said, Diddy said, hey, go get some of that white girl. And she said, for who? All right, so they back from the sidebar, right? Who did Mr. Combs say the drugs were for? He said, not me. Did you get them? Yes, through the Spanish security guard. He also get prescription drugs in my name. They were in the toiletry bag I'd carry, or security. Had the girl carrying the bags in case she got caught with the shit, his shit. What about bulk cash? Yes, 100,000 euro coming back from Europe. Where'd he get it? Club bookings in Europe. He'd keep it, then give it to security, then into his bedroom, personal safe. Violence? Pfft, fighting. Was Mr. Combs violent with you? Yes, at Star Island. He told me, you are not to leave this house. Pharrell Williams, oh my goodness, what's Pharrell got to do with this? Pharrell Williams was brought in by boat. I returned Mr. Walker to Palm Island. He called and said, where the fuck are you? You can't have a life. Man, this dude Diddy is insane, bro. One time I asked the chef if there was turkey bacon. She said, no fucking turkey bacon. So was Chef Jordan mean? I said, I hate it here. The chef told Mr. Combs and he pushed me again and again. What did he say? He said, if you hate it here, get the fuck out of here. Did you leave your employment? I did. But you returned as global brand director. So he be treating these girls how he want to, pushing people around, treating people however he want to, got them doing all this shit that they ain't not used to because they fucking civilians. And they bring you back with a bigger title. So they asked why did she return as the global brand director. He was impressed by what I did in the job I left for, a couple of albums. He said you wouldn't have to work directly for me. What were you doing for Miss Ventura? Managing her image, maximize the optics for Sean Combs. He had final approval on everything. In LA, where did you live? A gated community. We had followed Kim Porter there. Where was Miss Ventura? In New York City on the West End. She would come to LA and stay with him or with me or in a hotel. Who else was Miss Ventura seeing? Scott Miss Cuddy. Cuddy. How'd you learn that? She brought him to my apartment. Girls be on some boy. I ain't gonna say that. What did she say? She texted me they were going to this public place in LA. I told her it was a bad idea and to delete the text. Why? If Mr. Combs learned about Mr. Muscuddy, I mean, Mr. Combs paid for my phone and hers. I took Cassie to Best Buy to get a burner phone. When did Mr. Combs return to town? Not long after. He took Cassie to a hotel, the Cipriani. And then, December 22nd, 2011, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., there was a banging at my door. What did you see through the peephole? A furious puff. Puff. Furious puff is insane. Objection. Ask another question, Miss Steiner. What was his movement? Pacing with something in his hand. Did you open the door? I did. What was he wearing? Button down sweater, torn pants, and he was holding a gun. He came into my apartment and said, "Why didn't you tell me? Who is Scott?" I said, I don't know any Scott. I don't know any Scott. What did he say? We're going to go kill this nigga. Where was the gun? In his hand. I said, I didn't want to go. He said, I don't give a fuck what you want. Get dressed. What concerns did you have? He'd never come to my house. Did you try to escape? No. I got dressed. Who joined in? Ruben in the black Escalade executive class. Where was Ruben? Driver's seat. I got in the back seat, right hand side. Mr. Combs was on the left next to me. Usually he would have sat in the front. The gun was in his lap. See how Diddy do? See how he does? See how he do, people? He had that gun and sat next to her just in case he was gonna have to slide it to her like he did for who? J-Lo. Let's keep going, man. Keep going with the bullshit, man. How long does it take to drive from your home at the time to Cuddy's house in the Hollywood Hills? If you push it, like 15 to 20 minutes. What did Mr. Combs and Ruben do at Cuddy's house? They went in. They went in his house, breaking and entering, right? Could you see in? Yes. What did you do? I called Cassie on her burner. I said, Cassie, what the fuck? I told her Puff was at Cuddy's house. Then I changed her number in my phone to my best friend, Stormy. So she changed that real quick. What did you hear on the phone? That Scott was at Cassie's. When Mr. Combs came back, he took my phone and called the last number. Then I saw Cuddy driving up. Mr. Combs saw my face and said, "There's that nigga right there." We drove off and saw the police driving the other way towards Cuddy's. Puff was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club and he told me to call Cassie. What did he tell you to tell Cassie? That he had me and wouldn't let me go. Kidnapping. Again. How did Miss Ventura respond? She said, "Okay, come get me." She was calm. Who drove you home? Ruben. What did Mr. Combs then tell you? To convince Cuddy not to say that it had been him at his house. I picked up Cassie. Where'd you go? We went to Cuddy's and tried to convince him not to file a police report. What'd you tell him? That Puff came to my house with a gun. What did you tell them he said? If you tell on him, he'll hurt us all. Diddy just diabolical dog. What was Mr. Mescuddy's reaction? Mind blown. Objection. Sustained. Jury will disregard. What happened at the house? He was kicking Cassie again and again. How was Cassie? In a fetal position, Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. She was crying silently. Where was he kicking her? Her, her back, her backside. She's crying. Her voice is cracking. Where were you? 5 feet away. So was Rube. What did Mr. Combs say to you? He said, if you jump in, I'm going to fuck you up too. What did Rube do? Nothing. Who did you call? D-Rock. I told him, tell your brother to stop Puff. He is kicking the shit out of her. I called Polly too. I said he'd take care of it, but Rube did nothing. What next? Mr. Combs told me to get the fuck out too. I left on foot. Could you still see her getting kicked? Until I went around the bend. Then who did you call? Regina Ventura? I told her, he's kicking the shit out of your daughter. I can't call the police, but you can. Why didn't you call the police? The mission of the day was to get Cuddy. So no calling police. Got this woman crying on the stand, man. This email, who is it from? Cassie. She wrote that he would be releasing sex tapes about me and he would have someone else hurt me and Scott Miscuddy. Do you recall if he responded to this? I don't. Plot thickens, plot thickens. Let me double check. I got everything from here. Okay. So it looks like they went on a break and then they come back. So they went on a break and they came back. So the feds are like, they propose to use communications between Miss Clark and Miss Ventura. We don't see any non-hearsay purpose. Diddy's lawyer. These are logistics and photo shoots being discussed. She testified to this on direct. The direct went more negative than we expected. Their theory is that Miss Ventura was not permitted to be creative. In the future, and what you submit overnight must be in the docket. In their defense submission over the weekend, the defense argued the album cover was relevant, right, Miss Shapiro? Yes. Miss Ventura is topless with her arms crossed. So let's have Miss Clark come back. So they bring the jury back in. And now this is Combs. This is Sean. This is Diddy's lawyer. Hold on real quick. Let me double check something. Real quick. Okay, sorry. I'm back up. Y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta back up just a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. Um. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting back up here. I'm sorry. Yeah, my thread messed up. I'm sorry about that, y'all, but I got you. I'm back up and running. Um. So they were talking about this email. Who is it from? Cassie. She wrote that he would be releasing sex tapes about me and he would have someone else hurt me and Scott Miscuddy. Do you recall if you responded to this? I don't. Did law enforcement call you? The arson investigators. Cuddy had given them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this over. What did Mr. Combs say to you? He said, I should kill you bitches and I should cut her face. Man, Diddy, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? How many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? I say 50 times. D-Rock was there, just doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in a moment. Who is Harv Pierre? The president of Bad Boy Records? I told him Puff had kidnapped me. What did Harv Pierre tell you? Hit her with it. He said, that's crazy. But it's going to be okay. I got a termination notice. Then I got a termination notice. I was accused of not properly putting in for the vacation I was on. Had you put it in? Yes, to Harv Pierre. Did you lose benefits? All of them. Health, 401k, my house, and my car. What did Mr. Combs say? That I would never work again. That he would make me kill myself. Wow, man, this dude is crazy, man. Did you get a job offer? I did, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. Did you settle with Mr. Combs in October 2012 for objection? Can I approach? They have a sidebar. During the sidebar, here's court art of Capricorn Clark, courtesy to Inner City Press. Shout out to Inner City Press for helping me out with these transcripts here. But this is Capricorn Clark, Diddy's longtime assistant, sister girl. The back. Aside from that settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigation against Mr. Combs? No. Did you go back to work for him? 2016. No one else would hire me. Cassie had a new record deal with Epic. Who did you have to get approvals from? Sean Combs? Cassie was taking more drugs. Was she still dating Mr. Combs? Yes. In December 2023, why did you retain an attorney? I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. Her complaint did not reference me. I reached out to Mr. Combs and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Objection. Overruled. Was there a discussion of you working for Mr. Combs again? Yes, as chief of staff. When did you last speak with Miss Ventura? 2018. And Mr. Mescudi? 2012. No further questions. Break. Combs, Diddy's attorney. Can I start? Well, we're taking a break. So they go on a break. Go on a break. They're sick of that bullshit over there on Diddy's side. They sick of that shit. Now they're back. Miss Clark, you are still under oath. Diddy attorney is up now. You met in April 2024. You had a lawyer, Brian Friedman? Yes. You wanted to come back and work with Mr. Combs, right? We discussed it, yes. You saw Miss Garagos taking notes? Yes. You said you didn't think Cassie was good for Mr. Combs. Why? I just thought they were toxic. Tell me about when you were in New York. I was in the Bronx. I hated it. It was 2002. I met Jeanette, then Mr. Combs. In 2001 was the World Trade Center thing. Then I met Mr. Combs. He wasn't doing drugs, right? He did ecstasy in Daddy's house. But it got worse. Yes. You authorized Mr. Freeman to seek a job for you? It was all very procedural, lawyer to lawyer. But you were told you couldn't be given a job in the middle of an investigation? I don't remember that. Read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying you had the biggest crush on him? Objection, 403. Mr. Agniphilo, state of mind is being offered for the truth. We had a stip on this. Sidebar. They're back. You called him Choc for chocolate? I did. You started with Def Jam, Run DMC? I don't go back that far. I'm more Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. So how did you come to work for Mr. Combs? I put my resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, "You work for me?" I was like, "Maybe." He was acting on Broadway and Raising in the Sun. I was impressed. Diddy was on some bullshit. He was over there acting on Broadway, Raising in the Sun. Mm-mm-mm. He had a major part. He was a star. Then I shadowed him on the Vote or Die campaign. My job was to get the t-shirts on the celebrities and into the photo shoots. I called them and say Puff wanted them to come. And they came? They did. How long before the jewelry went missing thing? It was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party at his home on the at the Hamptons that year with Vote or Die. When did the jewels missing thing happen? After July 4th? The jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler. Who else got the lie detector? Mike B, his stylist. He too had gone to street level of 1440 for manicures. The lie detector test was the next day. You never told HR? No. I got fired for 3 weeks. How did you get unfired? I went to work on his 35th birthday at Cipriani to do the celebrity list. I came back. 2004 to 2006? Not all. As personal assistant, then liaison. I was making $65,000 for Combs, then $90,000 at Jive. Why'd you come back to Combs? I had gotten top records for R. Kelly. Mr. Combs said he was impressed, asked me to come back for Sean John for women. I think I was a really good employee for him. He told you were awesome? He did not use that word. You worked hard for him. I did. Others worked hard too, right? Not as hard as me. I did learn a lot from Mr. Combs. Now she almost crying. He broke the glass ceiling for us black people in the business world. Do you need a moment? No, it's just complicated. We'll take a break. So, man, all right. Take a moment to think about Diddy's legacy. He did break the walls open, break the doors down for a lot of black business people. But by him doing that, he thought he was like the king of everybody and was treating people like shit, man. Can't do that, dude. With jury and witness out, on DNA questions to Inspector Jimenez, the government's objection is overruled. We asked for a bit longer. We've not been able to eat lunch. We are running ahead of schedule. Our case may be closer to 5 weeks than 6, so we might get a shorter trial than this. All right, so break is over. They're back. Juror and witness in. They proposed to use communications between Ms. Clark and Ms. Ventura. We don't see any non-hearsay purpose. Diddy's lawyer. There are logistics and photo shoots being discussed. She testified to this on direct. The direct went more negative than we expected. Their theory is that Miss Ventura was not permitted to be creative. In the future, and what you submit overnight must be in the docket. In the defense submission over the weekend, the defense argued the album cover was relevant, right, Miss Shapiro? Yeah. Miss Ventura is topless with her arms crossed, so let's have Miss Clark Cat come back in. Bringing in the jury. This is Diddy's lawyer still. Defense is back on cross. When you went into the park, it was to Tavern on the Green. We parked there earlier in the day. In the park, we ran into Nas. When you say he had Miss Ventura spin, who was there? Let me show you what you said. You said Lorianne Gibson was there? They misheard me. When did you first meet Cassie Ventura? I met her with Ryan Leslie. Why did you get along with Cassie sometimes? In 2008, She got more bravado being his girlfriend the longer it lasted. She thought I was being paid to help her. Objection. Sustained. Re-ask. What did you see? She went from being a sweet model to being a feisty girlfriend. Do you think she was talented? She had talent and was very beautiful. But not talented? She was not. I have good taste. Talented to me is Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Cassie, she is more of a studio musician. She needed things equalized. Mm. Maybe that whole 106 and Park thing wasn't somebody's fault. That might have been on Cassie, but we'll keep it going. Did she perform live? A couple times. Not the greatest. Was she a hard worker? At times. When wasn't she a hard worker? She preferred to be with her boyfriend. When we moved to LA after Kim had the twins, 2009ish, I saw her developing more of her relationship with Puff, with Mr. Combs. He supported her? Yes, with stylists, other musicians, all the components to make a star. Did she get more help than others? Yes, Young Jock and a few groups from Atlanta. I developed French Montana. I ran into Cassie and she said she had a new deal with Epic. I dressed her like David Bowie. We did a photo shoot at my house. We wrote a mini movie and shot it for the project. What about Official Girl? Super cute video. King of Hearts? It was fresh. Puff liked it. Cassie had a green wig? Yes. We moved to admit this witness. There's a ceiling issue. I don't remember this email. I don't. Here in 2012, you are setting up recording session for Cassie. Mario Winans was. For the chairman. For Mr. Combs? Yes. When did you learn Cassie was dating Kid Cudi? Fall of 2011. I picked her up from there. You believe that after Thanksgiving, Miss Ventura and Kid Cudi were what? Getting to know each other? Why'd you get her a burner phone at Best Buy? I told her you cannot do this on your bad boy phone. How did you know about burner phones? I grew up in Los Angeles. In December 2011, Mr. Combs was at an orphanage in Almaty, Kazakhstan. I heard it was Russia. How did Mr. Combs get into your building? I was told the security guard got fired. What was his name? Some random security guard. What did he look like? Black guy, younger than 35. What was Mr. Combs doing with the gun? He had it in his hand. He wasn't pointing it at you? No. But you told the government he pointed at you. It says, or waved it around. That's more correct. Where did you change into street clothes? In my closet. Isn't it true you went so that Mr. Combs wouldn't do something stupid? No, I went because he said he didn't care if I didn't want to go. He's a jealous guy? He has a bad temper. To the Escalade, did you pass the security guard? I saw him in his little hut. Mr. Combs was behind the driver with a gun on his lap. You made a call? Not then. Did you look at Kid Cudi's door to see if they could get through it? I was not really paying attention. I was so in my head trying to plan my next step. I was praying that Cudi was not in there. Did Cassie have two rooms? Cudi took her to one room. She had another. You are 100% that you called and told them Puff had a gun. Yes, I said it very quickly. I didn't want Puff to see me on the phone. Did you say that Lauren London was on the phone with you and Cassie and Cudi? No, only part of the time. So Lauren London got brought into this. So I guess Lauren and Cassie was cool and Cudi came through and I guess they was kicking it. I wanted someone to know where I was. What did you tell her? I'm scared of mountain lions. Mountain lions? I don't know if you know the Hollywood Hills, coyotes. Maybe Lauren was on the phone. Maybe it was such a long time ago. Are you aware that Lauren and Mr. Combs were friends for years after this? Yes. Then you see the Porsche coming up the hill. Yes, Cuddy is in the black Porsche. He stops next to us, then speeds off. We chase him. Then he loses us. We turn away. Then we see police passes. You go to pick up Cassie and go where? Cuddy's house. There was ADT there. Then you go to Mr. Combs' house and you say you see Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there and even in the street. Yes. You hung up on the fire inspector? I did. When you were on vacation, it was with who? Rihanna? After you were fired, what job did you get? I was hired by Chris Lighty to work for 50 Cent. Man, 50 so petty. Here you wrote to Mr. Combs, one day you'll forgive me. Anyway, be well. Yes. You wrote on February 28, 2015. Your grace period to be mad at me has surpassed the agreed time. LOL. You wrote that? Yes, sir. Please read that out loud. I wrote, she was never my friend. She wanted me gone. I realized. Did you think Cassie wanted you gone? Crying. Sorry. This is complicated for me. I felt that I was Puff's protector. I felt like the only one gone. She was still there and things were getting worse. I try to keep professionalism as the goal. You thought you could be his protector? It was to move the ball toward the goal, to inspire. Did it hurt that he would only take you back because Cassie wanted? Yes. I have no parents. My son is autistic. My stakes are higher, sir. How much more, Mr. Agnephilo? Can I talk to the government? Sidebar. This is complicated. It's a little complicated, man. All right, now they're back. Just a few more minutes and we'll get you out today. Thank you, sir. You did a lot of great work with Cassie in 2016 and 2017, right? I believe so. Cassie had addiction problems? Yes. You made a short movie with her. It was called Love a Loser. You wrote to him asking for forgiveness? I wanted my life back, my dream, my competency. When you met with me, you wanted to work. When you met with me, you wanted to work for him, right? We discussed it. Nothing further. Miss Steiner, the feds is back up. How much was Mr. Combs required to pay you? Sidebar. Come back from sidebar. Feds back up. What happened with the job with Chris Lighty? He died the day before I was supposed to start. Then at Interscope, it wasn't about a job. They told me to leave Puff alone. I object. Sustain. I was blacklisted. Objection. Sustain. Why did you return to work for Mr. Combs? So people could see I wasn't disposable. At this level of business, he held all the power. Why did you meet them? To get my life back. She wanted her life back, her opportunities, her career. That's Diddy had given her that, but he's psycho. In a kidnapping. Did Mr. Combs carry a gun? Yes. Jurors, I know we kept you longer than I said. Thank you. See you tomorrow. All rise. So the judge says tomorrow. Feds say LAPD, LA Fire Department, Jimenez, Nash, and Mia. What about the VTC with Mr. Combs, the victim in MDC Brooklyn jail? There are logistical difficulties in the evening. They believe they are being flexible. We get cut off after 5:30. The legal minutes cut off when MDC legal is not there. The other calls are capped at 300 minutes. They are filtered. Let me work on that. There are union issues with the VTC in the evening. Maybe more SCIF time here. Adjourned. And that was the proceedings of the day 10. So another assistant pulls up. This is our second time that we have run into an assistant that has decided to speak on Combs because they saw a lot of shit that they could get in trouble for, and the feds like, hey, you gonna tell on him, or you're gonna get 15 years with his ass because he's going to jail for life. So you at least do 15 years with him. So that's it. So every single day, guys, every single day, I'm here of the trial, reading it out, acting out for you. I'm going to listen and get all the research all day so I could break it down to 30 minutes. Now, today was 51 minutes, but it is what it is. I'm sorry, but that's how it goes. This is a trial. It's very important, a lot to go through. So that being said, Unico Williams on YouTube. Make sure you follow my channel, like and subscribe, support. I really appreciate when you do that. I'm trying to get my life started the way that she was trying to get hers back, but not that way. I'm just trying to do my thing. This is my dream and what I want to do. So thank you everybody for tuning in once again to another episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams, special, the Diddy trial. I holla. Thank you again, y'all. Really, truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again,